And it's time for a basic announcement. Yes, a new championship is about to start. Oh yeah, no sooner as the last championship finished, but a new championship is beginning. And what can I say? What kind of championship can I do now? It's another lager championship. There's so many lagers out there. There's still, after this one, another 2 championships I can do. But as it's dry January for a lot of people, why not do an alcohol-free lager championship? There's enough of them out there nowadays. So that is going to be what this championship's all about. Before I tell you all about it, let's get a beer. So I thought I would do this as well as reviewing an alcohol-free beer. It is a Infinite Session Pale Ale. It is 0.5% ABV. Not sure who it's brewed by, but we will see what we think. I don't know, are Infinite a company possibly? So it's possible that I know they do a few different beers, the Infinite Ales people, and I've got a fancy glass for it as well on this special occasion. So let's get it cracked open, let's get it poured in the glass, and then we can talk a little bit about what's going on. So here we go. So a little bit of Infinite Session Pale in the glass. Let's talk about the alcohol-free lager championships. So there's plenty of alcohol-free lagers out there. And so I thought, why not do a championship? And when I started looking what lagers I could get from the supermarket, there's an awful lot of them. Let's get a nose on them. Well, let's have a look at this beer, first of all. Very clear, not very hazy for a pale ale. A little bit of a head on the top there. I didn't pour it particularly vigorously. Let's get a nose on it. And so nose, a little bit fruity on the nose there. Yeah, it smells quite nice. Smells quite fruity. Smells quite light. Don't think there's any really off smells there. I know this is considered a relatively decent IPA, these Infinite ones. Let's get a taste on it. And it's quite light, obviously. Fair bit of carbonation. Nice little aftertaste. A little bit of that fruit on the arrival. A little bit of dryness on the finish there. Teeny bit of bitterness. It's okay. It's not brilliant. I won't be rushing out to buy more, but these at the moment were Nectar price at Sainsbury's. 4 cans for £3.50. So at that price, not too bad. I know they have had the other one, I think, in Home Bargains at ridiculously cheap prices, about 35p a can. So if you ever see it there, then you never know. I would get some. But there you go. Infinite Session IPA. Let's pour some more in. Let's talk about this championship. So yeah. So what's made eligibility for this championship? I've decided that any lager you can get in a supermarket is fair game, essentially. So most of them are lagers which you can get in most supermarkets, should we say. Some that you can get only in Lidl, some that you can get only in Aldi. So for that reason, I've allowed ones you can get only in booths. And I'm not sure there's any that you can only get in Waitrose, but that would be allowed as well. If I see any more, if I think of any more, there are a couple of buy slots which I may fill up if I can think of any beers that I've missed out. But I think I've got most of them. So let's have a little look at the table. So let's have a look at the table. So first of all, we've got these. So we've got Tsingtao alcohol free, and that's basically from Home Bargains, and that's up against the Karlskrona, which is a relatively newish one from Aldi. And then we've got Saint Etienne, which is Aldi as well, and that's up against Stella. These were done at random. So that's interesting because Saint Etienne is Aldi's version of Stella, and that's going to be up against Stella's version of Stella. There is an M&S Czech Pilsner, alcohol free. Basically, to be alcohol free, these beers for the purposes of this championship, we're talking 0.5% or less. Okay, so it's not just the 0.0% ones. We're allowing 0.5% ones in as well. The M&S Czech Pils is going to be up against the Lucky Saint. Then we've got the Budvar Nyalko, another one that's available in Home Bargains. That's going to be up against Tenant Zero. San Miguel have an alcohol-free one, I'm pretty sure. I wrote it down. I'm sure they do have an alcohol-free one. If not, that'll become a buy. That's up against the Warsteiner, which is only, I think, available at booths. So I almost didn't put it in, but I thought, you know what? Let's put it in there. Let's allow them all in there. We've got Beck's Blue against Freedom. Rheinbacher, alcohol-free, against Klausthaler. And then we've got the Corona alcohol-free as well. That's got a buy at the moment into the next round, assuming we don't find another beer to put up against it. Then we've got Bavaria, alcohol-free, against Madri. I'll stop saying alcohol-free because these are all alcohol-free. There's Estrella Galicia. They do a 0%, as well as normal Estrella. Then we've got Birra Moretti, Kronenbourg. We've got Peroni. And then Budweiser is going to be up against Bitburger, which I'm pretty sure is still available in booths. But I'll see if I can get hold of some Bitburger, 0.0. Then we've got Heineken against Estrella, the normal Estrella. We are including Lost AF, but that's the only, well, say crafty style lager that I'm allowing, because there are possibly other sort of craft lagers in there, alcohol-free ones, but I don't know. There's not many you can get from the supermarket, so I'm not looking into those. The Lost AF, though, Lost AF is going to be against the Perlenbacher. Carlsberg, not seen that for a while, but if I can get hold of a bottle, I'll be putting that up against the Staropramen. And finally, Asahi got that final slot, which gives it a buy into the second round. So there we go. So that's basically how the table is looking at the moment. Yeah, it's very sinkable, this IPA. Yeah, not bad at all. Get yourself down to Sainsbury's, get some cans of it. But, as I say, this is not about IPAs. This is about lagers. And what can I say? I'm actually looking forward to this because I can drink as much of this as I want, and it's not a big deal. And I hopefully be able to get these out a little bit quicker. So, I'm going to be doing a few in the next few days. And then, basically, hopefully we'll do about 3 a week. Because I won't get them all done during January. I definitely won't. I might not even get the first round done by the end of January. But January, February, March, it'll be done during that time, and I will put some proper beer reviews in as proper beer reviews. Some beer reviews with alcohol in them in the meantime as well as we go along. But yeah, I'm looking forward to it. It looks like it's going to be good. The old alcohol-free lager beer review. I've already got the first couple of beers in, so we can get that started soon. In fact, I'm hoping to get the first one out tomorrow. So hopefully we can get the first round kicked off tomorrow. Say there's 30 beers. They're going to be vying for whichever is the best alcohol-free beer that you can buy in the supermarket. Let's have to see how it goes. Anyway, it's going to be alcohol. It's going to be blind again. That's good. I might change the glasses. I might do slightly different glasses because most of these beers come in smaller cans. So I might use some more crafty style glasses. I'll show you the glasses I'm using on the first matchup, basically. Anyway, let's stop waffling. That's all there is from me. Can't wait to get it started. Until next time, have a good one.